Right guys, Pterodactyl here. So today we've got quite a big patch dropped from Modern Warfare. So I'm just going to give you my impressions of the patch notes, and then I'm going to stick in some footage of the new maps into this video as well, because we've got the Korvnik Farmland added to Ground War and the Shoot House to multiplayer. So let's see whatever the footage looks like for those. And also we've got the new Hardpoint mode, which I believe is mode very similar to Headquarters. Alright, so let's go on to the general notes. So first, backend fixes to prevent crashes and improve stability across all platforms, dev errors, blah blah blah. So yeah, that's always good. Always good to fix crashes and get better frames, stuff like that. And I guess that's gonna give the devs some more info on other sort of issues they find. Next, fix for a few bugs where some streets and field upgrades were able to be flown out of bounds without penalty. General out of bound fixes were also added. So I guess this is to do with things like the EMP drone or recon drone. So maybe when they fly out of bounds now, including the kill streak, so maybe the chopper helicopter, maybe even the Wilson, will get destroyed after a few seconds. So that, I guess that's kind of good as well. So fix for a bug where a player being killed by an enemy with a variable zoom scope will not see the zoom function in the kill cam. That's a very minor fix, but I guess it gives the victim, as it were, better feedback in the kill cam. Fix for the Semtech warning audio being heard at the same volume, whether in a building or outside. That's good for I guess player audio feedback. You're going to get a notification of where the Semtex is anyway, but if you know it's based on the audio, if it's going to be outside or on the opposite side of the wall to where you are, then it's not going to make you sort of panic and move. So that's a good little fix. As a Headquarters, players are able to attack, insert, and respawn when their team own the point. This has been fixed. So yeah, it's a nice little bug fix there. I didn't know about that bug. That's good. Fix the various collision issues across the maps. Yep, good. Added a UI that shows when XP events are active in playlist menus. So I guess based on certain conditions, or would there be double XP events, stuff like that now? Sprint and tactical sprint speeds are now back to speeds in beta. I don't know if that's good or not, because that note is actually, I would say, a really bad note. To any player that wasn't in the beta, that's going to mean nothing to them. They need to they should be saying if it's been increased or decreased. That's what they need to let us know on that. Right. So fix for a bug where the progress of the bomb defusal can be seen by the team that planted the bomb. Okay. I guess they need to put that fix in there, because they shouldn't really see that progress anyway. And I guess that if that bug was active in the game, it could stop good little ninja diffusers, stuff like that. So fix for a bug that revealed players' UAVs when they fired their weapons, even if they had Ghost and the silencer equipped. I think this is a good fix though. It's going to give the silencer a better use, especially if you team up with Ghost. I mean, I usually run with a Ghost perk because it hides you from the UAV, and knowing that a silencer would definitely hide you from that UAV as well when you're with Ghost. That's going to be good. And I do actually use a silencer on my Odin. I think it's like the Colossus silencer. Alright, next up, fix an issue where if multiple personal radars were active on a team and are both marking the same enemy, only one player would see that. Yeah, that's a good little fix for us. Riot Shield. I'm actually going to be putting out a video soon on the Riot Shield. Had a little bit of fun with that. So fix an issue where the throwing knife and the thermite weren't causing the shield to go on the player's back when thrown. They've also fixed the issue where explosive splash damage wasn't working consistently, and they continued to tune it. Okay. So yeah, the throwing knife Riot Shield combo is pretty strong. You can quickly throw a knife where it looks like you still have the shield mainly up. So maybe now that's going to be during the motion of throwing the knife, it's going to be fully put on your back, leaving you open to damage. That's going to be weakening the shield quite a bit. But we need some more explanation on that. Were people being hurt? Were shield users being hurt too much from splash damage, or not enough? Give us a bit more info on that. Claymores. I fucking love this patch note. Detonating an enemy claymore with bullets is now non-lethal when at full health. Also reduce the trigger and damage radius, and also reduce the damage width to better match the trigger width. So basically a big nerf to claymores. They're still going to be strong because claymores, they always will be. But knowing that you can always, take one out with a bullet and it won't kill you, and they've just nerfed their detection radius and damage. That's just all good. Battle chatter. It's good to see that they are putting a change in for this. So remove the ability for enemies to hear you, or to hear when they've been called out by the opposing team. We also adjusted the enemy callouts so they are never from your operator. Enemy callouts now use a more restricted cone at the hip and even more restricted in ADS when calculating whether or not to trigger. Continue to monitor this and make additional blah blah blah. Okay, so that one there is an amazing tweak. How many times have you seen in your kill cam where you've been running around and someone's, an enemy's heard you, they're not looking in your direction, looking completely somewhere else, and then, because your guy's called out because they've seen someone shoo a mile away, they'll pop out and just take you out. So that's going to remove that, and that's a really good fix. So now it looks like you're never going to hear your own operator call out for enemies as well. Okay. I think the main one here is this one, the first one. That's really good. So mounting, a slight increase to recoil while mounting. Yeah, so mounting really does reduce your recoil quite a lot. Pre-patch. So it'd be good to see how much now it still reduces it by, and it's really strong while you mount it up. The main thing to look at while mounting is the lack of mobility you have while mounted, and the visibility to your enemies. And again, that's another video I'll be doing on that system. Perks. EOD now clamps damage to a non-lethal amount assuming a player's full health. So I guess on EOD you're never going to get one-shotted by certain explosives. I guess that's kind of good. Lighting, continued updates to player visibility in dark windows and dark areas. Yeah, okay, that's good. Footsteps. We've increased the occlusion percentage to filter footstep sounds behind geometry and adjusted the footstep volume at a distance. We have another large footstep coming, blah blah blah. Okay, so really we should have some more detail on that patch note. They've adjusted it. So are they increasing it, decreasing it? Well, what are they doing? And increase the occlusion percentage to filter footsteps behind geometry. So I guess a footstep's going to be quieter if someone's running it to you, but they're like behind a wall or something. It'd be good if they gave us some more information. But I like this little change here, where footstep sounds are going to be quieter in future patches when you're, crouched and sneaking around, or when you're ADSing, because you're going to be moving quieter. So it sort of makes sense for that to be for that change to be in. So that's good. Right, challenges and progression and rank. Daily challenges and active missions get a full suite of tests and fixes. We'll have more updates, blah blah blah. Okay, fix a bug where the infiltrated challenge is not tracking properly. Okay, so that's good. That's a nice little fix there. Fix for launchers not giving XP when shooting down kill streaks. It'll be handy for leveling up your launchers quicker. So fix for a bug where planning or defusing 5 bombs and cyber attack or search and destroy was not tracking properly. That's good. Camera challenge for kills after a reload didn't give the player enough time to acquire a kill. So, alright, so I haven't actually started to do this challenge yet, but I know one of my friends is doing it for, he's recently finished it actually for the M4, and he hated doing this challenge. So it's good to see that they've increased the window after reloading to get a kill. So that's really good. That's going to please a lot of people. And a fix for a bug where your XP required to reach the next rank was higher than the value needed. Okay, yeah, simple little progression fix is good there. Right, onto the weapons, and I can see already first 2 weapons on here, and I'm glad to announce that the 725 OP shotgun has an increased ADS and hip spread. So that means the shotgun pellets are going to spread out wider instead of more focused, and they've got reduced damage range. So that's good nerf for that. And the M4A1. So is it the best rifle or not? I mean, I barely use the M4A1. I've been mainly using the Odin, and I'm now using the M13 a little bit, and they're both really damn good. And the Odin, my Odin can kill people in 2 shots, and they're not headshots. Putting that with stopping power as well, it just turns it into an absolute monster of a rifle. So try out other rifles, you'll be pleasantly surprised. So the M4A1, reduced damage range and small recoil increase, so that's good. And assault rifles in general, increased hip spread to reduce effectiveness up close. less damage at long range for full auto 5.56 rifles. So again, I don't know if that's basically a reduced damage range nerf for all 5.56 rifles. I don't know if that's a damage on a nerf on top of that nerf for the M4A1. It kind of looks like it. Otherwise, or they wouldn't have included that in there. So maybe the M4A1's got a bit of a double nerf for damage range. But the hip spread up close, I mean, they're pretty bad anyway. The hip spread. Stand near a wall like a few meters away and spray, and you see it's terrible. So maybe they're doing that to make the SMGs a bit more attractive. So for the SMGs across the board, increase in move speed, increase in ADS move speed, and a small reduction in sprint out time. Okay, so yeah, I think they're trying to push SMGs on people a bit more. The UZ increased damage range, yeah, it's nice. So a bunch of LMG changes as well, and I haven't used any LMGs yet. It looks like it's looks like they're just being nerfed across the board. Increased hip spread, damage range reduction, ADS slowdown, small damage range medium. Yeah, so this is a nerf. I know the PKM I've heard is like pretty damn good, but they've now nerfed that a bit. Pistols, increased move speed, reduced sprint out time, increased damage range. Okay, that's good. And crouch. See this, right? What I'm going to be doing now is I'll put some footage in now as I'm talking about this to test what this means. But they're saying crouch and prone no longer adjust recoil. So hopefully, the testing on screen is going to show what that actually is. But reading it, it kind of shows to me that, or tells me that, standing and shooting is going to be no different from crouching and shooting, and prone as well. And if that's the case, that's terrible. That's a terrible change. What I'm saying now, I may actually just record over based on what what I see with the test. But if that's the case, if this changes the case, then that's just so stupid. I don't know of any first-person shooter, like let's say a military-based first-person shooter, that would have no adjustment to recoil when you're crouched or prone. It's just absolutely bizarre. So what you can see from this testing footage is that, what it says in the patch notes, they've done exactly that. Crouching and proning does not reduce your recoil now at all, and I think that's terrible. They should revert that in the next patch. Okay, so on to the next one though. Call of Duty League. Updated rule sets for the Call of Duty League competitive modes and private matches. Okay, I guess it's letting clans and stuff practice a bit more using the actual rule sets. That's good for clans. Cyber attack, fixed bug where a player could lose their primary weapon and would be unable to see their view model after being revived by a teammate. I haven't had that happen to me, but that's a good little fix. And ground war, fix for a bug where players would sometimes be unable to pick a spawn location. Don't think I've had that. It looks like that could be a rare bug. And fix for a bug where attack insert could cause players to spawn on an enemy home base. I haven't known of anyone that's come across that bug. Again, that could be a rare one. It could be a really big, impactful bug. Say if you're dominating the entire map, and then someone suddenly spawns at your base and captures your sort of first flag while you're pushed up all the way upfield. So that's a good little change. And Spec Ops. Pick up intel in the operations. Explore Verdansk to find additional backstory information of Verdansk and the operators. That's okay. That's all right. I doubt anyone's really going to do that. They should put some extra reward in for this. And I don't mean like experience, but I mean some like your soldier card. I mean what it's called, but like your banners, badges, charms, extra skins. They should put that as a rewards in for there. Fix for scoreboards displaying incorrect data. I see one of my friends. He always shows like level or rank 5 or 8, and then suddenly later on he's jumped up to his correct rank. XP adjustments and general backend fixes. We need more information as to how and what they're adjusting there. Various fixes for out of bounds and parachute exploits. Okay, it's good. Respawn timer no longer stays on the screen after teammates are revived. Readout. I haven't come across that bug myself. but it's good to remove visual clutter. Fix for issue where the munitions were not usable after respawning via gunship. Okay, that's good because when you well, one thing I think that should change when you respawn with gunship, you respawn with the amount of ammo you died with, which makes no sense at all. If you're jumping out of a gunship, there's going to be munitions and ammo up there. Why aren't you already stocking up? Make that fix. So fix for losing all your weapons, picking up the core. Yeah, that's good. I think that's the only mission I've actually finished in co-op where you take the core. Achievements can now be unlocked in CP. So fix for issue where players can spawn with their weapons in a down state. Okay. Picks up munitions, no longer carry over from match to match. Only mission. Yeah. Okay. When respawning via gunship, you'll no longer be given a tank role. Okay, it's fine. Selecting or one of the operators' favorite faction will now be assigned the voice. Yeah. Okay, fixes for some of the operations. Operation Headhunter. Fix for a bug where players are not able to lock missiles onto the final boss helicopter. That's a good little fix. I haven't actually come across the helicopter yet. I keep dying at the bloody tank section. Operation Crosswind. Adjusted stealth for gameplay. Okay, that's good detailed note for how they're adjusting stealth. Operation Paladin. Fix for a bug where there was no UI or indicator of where to go or how to finish objective after defending the third arms crate. And a fix for a bug where the default weapon was different than the weapon a player would hold if they were placed in last stand. Okay. So all in all, it is a pretty big patch. I do like the additions. Of course, getting new maps already. I mean, how long did it take for Battlefield to put in some new maps? How many maps have Battlefield added, actually, in total? What, 4 since it released a year ago? 4 or 5, and now we've already got 2 in Modern Warfare. That's good. But, general back-end fixes, performance fixes, always good. I like the changes to the claymores, the batter chattel. That's, very, very good there. And some well-deserved nerfs for the 7.25 shotgun. And there's a bit of a nerf there for all 5.56 rifles. It's going to be interesting to see how that affects everything. And yeah, I mean, it's good that they're putting out some big patches early on in the game's cycle. So hopefully we see more patches, more big patches in future as well. So they keep adjusting things. It's good progress. That's what I like. It's good progress. So, yeah, that's the end of this video. Just a quick little look at the patch notes. So if you like the video, give us a like, subscribe for some more content. I'll be putting out more Modern Warfare videos in future. So thank you for watching, and I'll see you later.